another video. I'm Ben Beps, and today I'll be showing you how to take Instagram photos of yourself. Already muddy? As you know, people are unreliable, so sometimes if you have a photographer booked or someone who's agreed to take photos for you, they won't turn up. Or under any circumstances you want to take a photo of yourself, I'm going to be taking you through how you can do that today. All you need are a few simple things. So I've just taken these photos with the tips that I'm about to give you. First of all, obviously you're going to need a camera, whether that be your smartphone, which is absolutely fine, or a more professional camera or DSLR. That should be obvious. You can't take photos without a camera, go get a camera. Next up is a tripod. Now you'll need this to put your camera on, unless you can find something nearby which you could stand your camera on, prop up your camera with, in which case you can do, but you should probably invest in a tripod very soon. You can pick up a decent tripod for £15, you can get the Amazon's Basics one, or a slightly better one for £30, or you can go right up to a professional scale, £70, £100. If you do have a DSLR, you can use the viewing feature. You can use the remote viewing feature using an app on your phone, such as the Canon app, which I use, or I think Nikon do one as well, and Sony. Now this will be useful if you're shooting pictures far away, like I did my one over there. I set the timer, the self timer going when I was over there, rather than having to do 3.5 minute timer from here until I clambered all the way over to there. That's just an example of when you'll need this app. This will be a downside to using your phone, however, phone cameras are improving quite a lot. I don't know how long your self-timer feature will last, but that's just a pro to having a DSLR over a phone. So the basics of shooting photos of yourself. First of all, you're going to have to set up your camera on a tripod, which I'm going to do right now. Then you want to use the self-timer feature. Yeah, that's really helpful. There hasn't been a plane or car in ages. You want to go to the self-timer feature. I'd suggest maybe 5 to 10 seconds so that when you're trying to get a candid shot, you'll seem much more candid when shooting the shot if you've waited a few seconds. You want to vary your angles as well. Don't just shoot head height from the tripod like I'm holding it now. You want to vary your angles going down low, looking up maybe a high one if your tripod goes that high. I doubt many tripods do, but if you can bounce your camera somewhere with, say, a GorillaPod or something, that'd be really useful. Also, another tip I'll give, which I like to do, is shoot through things. Now what I mean by this is getting something really close to the camera, like this close to the lens, and have it out of focus with you in focus behind the object. It creates a really cool sense of the depth of field. It gives a good depth of field, and I think it makes photos look much more professional, and it is such a simple thing to do. It takes absolutely no effort. Make sure you're shooting in manual. As you can see there, I am in manual mode on the Canon EOS 200D, and I have my options for shutter speed, aperture and ISO. I adjust this according to photo. Shutter speed's really high on this, wow. Turn down the ISO, turn the shutter speed down a bit. That looks about right. Now you'll have an option on your camera somewhere to do self-timer. I'm gonna go for 10 seconds on this photo because I'm gonna have to walk away from the camera. However, I could use the Wi-Fi option to my phone and make that shorter. To do that on my camera, I have a button here. I press that, I go onto my Wi-Fi settings on my phone, and I choose the camera option, which will be listed as a Wi-Fi option. Then I go into the camera app and I choose remote live viewer. It's as simple as that. You have to figure that out depending on what camera you have. So as you can see, I have the camera set up here ready to shoot this scene down here. I'll be walking down that path. I have this weird thing sticking up here as the object out of focus close to the camera screen to give a sense of a depth of field. What you want to do is you want to take a few photos first to figure out how far away from the camera you need to be. And by the time you finish doing all that, to be honest, you should have your shot. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's see what shot I get. So thanks for watching this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, because I've put a reasonable amount of effort into this video, plus a lot of walking. Subscribe if you are new, remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.